Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. I'm Jason Weil. This is the weekly Jupyter Front Ends meeting for Wednesday, August 28th, 2024. Looks like we've got 9 people on the call today. Thank you all for joining. So if you have any agenda items that you want to talk about on the record, I will drop in to the chat the agenda. Um, First item that I wanted to bring up was actually one that Mike and I discussed at Triage yesterday morning, which is that JupyterLab 4.3.0 is in beta. I think is it beta 1 now? Yeah, beta 1 or newer. Um, so if you have time, please test it out. There's a discourse post that I linked from the agenda that Mike wrote that includes some particular features to test. And please try that out. Please open bugs. We might take some time later today or later in this meeting to go through the bugs for 4.3.0 so that we can get on track to release this. Any questions, comments about that? Okay. Well, Mike is also on the call, and Mike is next on the agenda. You want to go ahead?
Thanks, Jason. So my only point for today, beyond also talking about JupyterLab 4.3, is to mention that we just released a security advisory for a vulnerability which requires user interaction. JupyterLab has been patched, and Jupyter Notebook has been patched as well. So the patched versions for JupyterLab are 3.6. 0.8, 4.245, and 4.3.0 beta 1. The vulnerability advisory is linked in the agenda. I'm also trying to copy and paste that into the chat. So yeah, please do update. Unfortunately, this is breaking, and it might break some notebooks and some Markdown files. It will probably mostly break styles if those relied on name or ID attribute, but there is an option in the settings which allows to restore the previous behavior. So if you go to the sanitizer settings in JupyterLab or Jupyter Notebook, you can toggle a setting that will restore the previous behavior. We might update the vulnerability advisory with more details a bit later to explain that at length, but for now this is just like the minimum information that's necessary to get people a bit more time to upgrade. I don't know if we have anyone from Anaconda on the call, but it would be also great if the Anaconda channel was updated along many other distributions which distribute JupyterLab and Jupyter Notebook. Any questions, comments? Yeah, go Rosia.
Yeah, Mike, sorry, I just noticed to ping on there. I did request the updates for the defaults channel in Anaconda, so and I can't say for sure how long that might take, but they're a top priority. Um, so I will be following up on that. Make sure that that gets out soon.
Yeah, thank you for that, and thank you, Rosio, very much for helping reviewing the pull request and also releasing the notebook. On the notebook side, I will also call out that because notebook was using dependencies for JupyterLab 4.20, that was a pretty big jump. So we jumped from 4.20 to 4.25. And hopefully that's only a positive thing. Like, I hope that we only pulled in bug fixes and the user experience will be greatly improved, but there might be some regressions. I've tried to test that as much as possible. If you notice anything which regressed from in the point release from notebook 7.21 to 7.22, please do open an issue or yeah, otherwise let us know.
I will try to test myself as well. See, but yeah, thank you, Mike, for all your help and all of the release.
Yeah, I was anxiously checking the issue tracker for notebook, but I didn't see anyone report anything yet. So, and that was released yesterday, and JupyterLab was released. Was it 2 days ago on Monday? So yeah, hopefully all is good. Okay, that's all that I wanted to mention about this vulnerability. And on release planning, we are a little bit behind. I know that there are at least 2 issues tagged as release blockers, but I don't know whether we planned to go over the entire list of issues in the unrecorded section. I might not be able to lead triaging today, and but for some part I can stay and help with that.
Okay. Well, I don't see anybody else on the agenda. So are there any topics that people want to discuss on the record? Feel free to speak up or add something to the agenda. Okay. Well, I'm not hearing any other suggestions, so I can end the recording now, and then we can do a look through the 430 issues for as much time as we can. So I can stop the recording. Everyone brace yourselves.